How do you become really good at something? The first thing you need, of course, is you need to be shown how to do that thing you want to become good at. And the best person is somebody who has already mastered it, they're an expert, and they can do it really well. Let's take, for example, you wanted to learn how to play the piano. Get a great piano teacher, they show you how to play, then you do it and they coach you how to do it properly. And then the next part is repetition. You can't learn anything and you can't have any sustainable behavior change unless you have repetition. So when you do that, eventually your brain becomes hardwired to do that thing. And so you keep repeating over and over again, which really makes that neural pathways on a permanent basis. And then you can play fluently at the unconscious level. Whether it's playing the piano, or whether it's developing a habit, or changing a mindset, for example, people who argue a lot, they're not making decisions about whether they argue or not. That's pretty much automatic that if you say something, they'll go, yes, but you've met those people. So you can change, develop a new skill, a physical skill. You can change your mindset about something. You can learn how to develop a new habit if you use this process, which is, again, get an expert to show you, have the expert supervise you, and then repetition is key. Now, you can also use repetition without doing the physical thing. So another technique would be at nighttime, when you go to bed, is to start visualizing yourself playing the piano correctly. Or if you wanted to avoid being an arguing, you would see yourself doing the opposite. When somebody says something, you would see yourself listening, not interrupting. And if you do that over and over again, eventually you will rewire your brain to not argue. It's the same thing with both a habit. If you wanted a habit, again, creating the process, make sure you're doing the habit in the right way, and then repeating over and over again. So every night, just as you go to sleep, you enter a suggestible state. You go from the normal waking into theta, which is where your brain is most open to suggestions. So this is a form of self-hypnosis because you're more suggestible. You must do this though with feeling. So in other words, if you wanted to make sure that you had a very productive day the following day, you would visualize yourself getting up the next day, making lists of things, whatever it takes that you would do that you would normally be productive. And you have to do this with feeling. Otherwise, nothing happens. It has to have emotion behind it. Our subconscious mind needs to have that emotional content for this to work properly. And then it's repetition. So you really, success is 80% psychological, and you can literally program yourself using this method. The following morning, it's always a good thing as well, if you even actually but at nighttime and the following morning, is at nighttime, just before you actually do that, is to start thinking about the things that you're really grateful for, your health, your friends, and that sets you up in the right emotional state as well. So in summary, want to become good at something? Have somebody show you how to do it properly. Next, repetition is key. And finally, emotion is a critical part for you to really be good at something like that. You can literally master anything over time if you're willing to put the hours in. Most of the great stuff doesn't come easily, so be prepared to actually make a big commitment to doing this, and the results will show up.